men, the pimps, the procurers, and the traffickers. The question that I have, and there's a lot of stereotypes and myths, and Tricia, you hit a lot of them, and what we get as also as feminists who are looking to end prostitution, not reform it, not tinker with it, not change the laws, is to, we come up with the question a lot from media and people who are genuinely don't know, say, but you know, I talked to one prostitute and she said to me that it's my choice, it's my agency, this is what I do, this is my choice. And seriously, the mainstream media has taken that I would say minority voice and made sure that that was heard. And I wondered, I know how I approach it, but how does the panelists approach that question, and how do you respond to it?
Approach the question of what? It was my choice?
The question of, but I know one prostitute who told me.
Okay, good question. Please, anybody.
A little tricky here, hey? Yeah, I actually had that thrown at me once. What about the one? And this particular one they were talking about had a bachelor's degree and was working towards her master's degree. Get a job. We know in prostitution, 92% of prostituted women want out now. And I would say that if you're privileged enough to have a BA, use other options. We need to realize that the predominant face of prostitution is brown and poor. And we need to realize that our humanity is all interlinked. And if we use our privilege to further an individualistic agenda of my choice, rather than looking at the global implications, I think it says a lot about that one person. And one thing I wanted to mention too is changing our laws, implementing the Swedish model of law. For me, I have children. It's about legacy. In Norway, or in Sweden right now, they have 10-year-old children who've grown up in a country where prostitution is not tolerated. I find that invigorating.
Now this time I really am going to say goodnight to our television audience, and we're going to continue here in the library. Those of you who are watching on Shaw Cable, thank you very much for being with us, and good night. You can clap.